8474 signing back in. Now I know some of these games aren't fully 3D, so I add them as a 2D in my opinion because of that. Because, you know, now this one, Mega Drive collection, pick up, must pick this up. It's a must have for all retro classic fans and so on. Yeah, I cannot put this down. If I was to say so myself, I'd really play the first Sonic game, because the Mega Drive game was much more fun, especially without the cheats and stuff, you know. Then it without cheats, completed the game without cheats, got all the emeralds, completed the first Sonic game. There's only 6 emeralds in the first Sonic game. In Sonic 2 there's like 7 emeralds. I think they put the extra emerald in it and tried to use a color to test to see what would happen, as if Sonic could transform in it. This one is a must for keeps. This is a must for keeps. Get this rather than get the what do you call it one. I got the DS version of this, you know, the DS one, which I also recommend you get because it's got Sonic 3 and Knuckles add-on, so you know I can play Sonic 3 and Knuckles. But on this, I would recommend you get this so that you can play the first Sonic game and Sonic 2 with cheats. You can't not use Sonic 2 without the cheats, because I really think that it ripped off Sonic in such a way, and Tails especially. Get the emerald, you can get the emeralds, Tails, but cannot transform Super, so I think it ripped them off, you know. This was a lovely game collection. I really love Sonic's collection on this one. Mega Drive, PS3. This was before they changed it and put PS3 on the top instead of PlayStation 3. But I don't know if this is the old way of actually putting PlayStation 3 on it instead of actually putting PS3 on the top, which most PS3s do now. In case, look at this, right? Compare this. See, it says PS3. Yes, I know it's a full 3D game, but this one has PlayStation 3 written on the side going down. So yeah. Another one, but I'm not. I had to get it. I thought the collection was worth it, but it had some downers for this. First of all, you got to unlock Sonic 3 and Knuckles just to get the full game of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. What? Can't they just like put a lock-on cartridge like they did on the Saturn? And why haven't they allowed you to play Sonic 3 and Knuckles the easy way? Or couldn't they just put Sonic 3 and Knuckles anyway? I mean, yeah, this was a lovable game, but I had more fun out of it for just playing the first Sonic game. Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Sonic's third game, you know, as you go through the special stage, it's really hard. I really wouldn't have picked this up if I'd known better, but it is a must-have. Didn't think much of it. The 3D Flaky's Island isn't that great of a game. It's okay, but I wouldn't say it's a perfect game. No voice was added to it, so that's what sucked about this 3D Flaky's Island Sonic game, because there was no chatting in it, like, oh, Robotnik, come and get me, you know. I'd like to see Sonic talking. So that's the reason why Sonic should be talking in a 3D game. He's not actually talking, and they didn't put acting in a Sonic 3D game that first came out, which would have been nice to hear, even though they could have only did it with a Saturn. It would have been nice to see it happen in this version. And I don't know why this isn't the Saturn release and not the Mega Drive release, because the Saturn killed the Mega Drive version of 3D Flaky's Island. another one. Well, I could say that mostly it's not really 2D, 3D. I could say it's not 2D, but I end the class as 2D rather than 3D, even though it is 3D, but badly graphicized. I really like this one because of the collection in it and the thing, but I wasn't fussed on Sonic CD because I found it difficult. Sonic the Fighters, I hated them, the worst ever arcade fighting game to ever get. But the one out of them all is much more lovable is Sonic R from the 3D Sega Saturn game, and I really liked it. I don't know if you can see it there. Sonic R, really lovable. It's, you know, as soon as you get the emeralds and complete the game as Super Sonic, you'll have as much fun and experience with it. And yeah, it's really, I know people complain that it's dodgy controls, but I really like Sonic R now. I really think Sonic R is a perfect game for any owner to have. Although people may bash around with it and go against it for some reason. The only thing I don't like about this is they could have put Chaotic 32 in the collection and some other Saturn games in there, which like, you know, it didn't have to be about Sonic. It could have been like other Sega Saturn collection games, but they didn't put them all in it. Like they could have put Burning Rangers or something and put other games in it, but they didn't. It was just Sonic, which is a letdown for a lot of Sonic fans. I thought this was a letdown compared to the Dreamcast collection because the two games kind of suck that they're shown on the back, and the best one is Sonic R. I know a lot of people think he's all this and that. The reason I say it's the best one is because a lot of people bashed about Sonic R and said Sonic CD is the best. No way is the CD one the best. I came around through it and it's too difficult for me to get through the stage. There's Sonic R, I really liked it a lot. It's fun, it's multiple and everything. I know it's not a real free, I know that people underclass this a full 3D game. The reason I think it isn't is because the graphics were sort of reminding me that it was still 2D era of the time, so that's the reason why I think. It says 3 greatest hits, but it's not 3 greatest hits. It says must have hits. And it says Sonic, including Sonic CD, plus 6 bonus games. But Sonic CD was actually messed up, but it was overrated in my opinion for a 2D Sonic game. I thought Mario didn't even have a chance to pull bugger, you know, until 64 Mario came out and killed him. Sonic CD sort of is lame compared to I'm not saying it's rubbish, you know, Sonic CD, but I didn't never complete it at this rate. But that Sonic Saturn one is Sonic R, is really great. I loved it. So yeah, I try not to say so. I try not to swear. So I apologize for any swearing in it, and sorry about it. You know. So yeah, it's not a lot I can do. Except maybe someone could kick somebody up the back, say somewhere on the line, but that, you know. So sayonara for now, muchas gracias.